Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, as you all know that we have started basic statistics course which is fruitful and beneficial for getting the job of a statistical officer, statistician, research officer, statistics lecturer and subject specialist. It is lecture number 11 of basic statistics course, and before starting today's lecture I request everyone subscribe to my channel, like and share my channel and click the bell icon for the notifications of the next videos. In the last lecture, lecture number 10, we have discussed very important points of statistics. We discussed if beta 1 coefficient of skewness is equal to 0, it means we have bell-shaped frequency curve. Then we discussed if we have normal distribution, then M4 prime is equal to 3 sigma power 4. And we discussed if we have beta 2 coefficient of kurtosis more than 3, it means we have peaked top frequency curve. Let's start today's work. Question number 1 is find the standard deviation of all these numbers. Dear students, we can see very clearly 13 under root has negative sign and here under root 13 has positive sign. Whenever you have the same numbers with positive and negative signs, their x bar will always be equal to 0, and you are to find out the standard deviation. X is given. If you find out x minus x bar, because mean is 0, you will have to copy all these numbers like this much. Now you take x minus x bar whole square, negative will be positive and square root will be cancelled with the square, and you will have these numbers like this much. And 13 is 2 times, 11 is also 2 times, 10 is also 2 times. Summation x minus x bar whole square, that will be 13 plus 11, 24, 24, 34, 42, 49, 54, 54, 2s are, you have 108 over, how many values are there? There are 12 values, and that will be 9, and 9 square root, that will be 3. Standard deviation of that data set is equal to 3. A very important question for all the papers of statistics. Variance of ax plus by, that is always equal to a square sigma square x plus 2ab sigma xy plus b square sigma square y. Variance of ax plus by is always equal to a square square of the constant sigma square x plus 2ab covariance of x and y and plus b square sigma square y. You will have to click that answer in the paper. Now question number 3. The standard deviation of the marks of 100 students is 15. S is given in question number 3, that is 15. There are 100 observations. Every student is later awarded 7 more marks. The standard deviation of the new set of marks is A part 22, B part 15 plus under root 7, C part 15 minus under root 7, D part 15. Dear students, we have discussed that concept of statistics. If you add or subtract a constant from every value of the data, standard deviation is not affected. Actually, standard deviation is independent of origin. It means 15 will be the correct option in the exam. It is not affected, it is unchanged. Question number 4. In a series of 2n observations, half of them equal to p and the remaining half are equal to minus p. If the standard deviation of the observations is 3, then p magnitude is equal to, you will have to select. For example, we have some values of x. -3, -3, -3, +3, +3, +3. Half of them are equal to -3 and half of them are equal to +3. We have discussed in question number 1, its mean will be equal to 0 and standard deviation is given, that is equal to 3. That is equal to 3. It means the p mod is equal to is equal to 3. Question number 5. If summation I is equal to 1 to 9, xi minus 5 is equal to 9, and summation I is equal to 1 to 9, xi minus 5 whole square is equal to 45, then the standard deviation of 9 items is a very important question. Dear students, we know variance is equal to summation x square over n minus summation x over n whole square, and this is the information. Summation, just apply the summation inside. Summation xi minus 9 multiplied by 5. If you have constant and you apply the summation, that will be 9 multiplied by 5 is equal to 9. Summation xi minus 45 is equal to 9. Summation xi will be equal to 9 plus 45, and that will be equal to 54. Now the next information is summation I is equal to 1 to 9. We know a minus b whole square, x square I plus 25 minus 10xi is equal to 45. Just apply summation inside. That will be summation xi square plus 9 multiplied by 25 minus 10 into summation xi is equal to 45. Summation x square I plus 25 9s are 225 minus 10 into summation xi is 54 is equal to 45. Summation x square I plus 225 minus 540 is equal to 45. Summation x square I is equal to 45 plus 540 minus 225. Just solve them. That will be 585 minus 225, and that will be 0, 6 and 3. Summation x square I is 360. Now put in this formula of variance. 360 over 9 values are there. Summation x is 54 over 9 whole square. 9 1s are 9 4s are 40 minus 9 6 are 36 under root. For the standard deviation, that will be under root of 4, that will be equal to 2. 2 is the correct option in the exam. Find the standard deviation of that data. A very important question. Question number 6. If the standard deviation of, question number 6, if the standard deviation of 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on 10 is p, then the standard deviation of 11, 12, 13, 14 up to so on 21 is. Dear students, you can see very clearly the previous observation was 0, but the new one is 11. Actually 0 plus 11 is 11, 1 plus 11 is 12, 2 plus 11 is 13, 3 plus 11 is equal to 14, 10 plus 11 is 21. It means a constant 11 has been added in every observation to make the new values, and the question is the standard deviation of the previous data is p. Now what is the standard deviation of the new data? And we know if we add or subtract any constant from all the values of the data, standard deviation is unchanged. It means p will be the correct option in the exam. It is unchanged. The new data set has standard deviation equal to p. Question number 7. The median and standard deviation of 20 numbers. There are 20 numbers in the data, 20 observations in the data. Median is equal to m. Median is m and standard deviation is s. 6 is added to the largest and 6 is subtracted from the smallest numbers. For this new set of observations, the median m1 and standard deviation satisfy. The options are A part m1 greater than m and s1 equal to s. B part, m1 is equal to m and s1 less than s. C part, m1 greater than m and s1 greater than s. And D part, m1 is equal to m and s1 greater than s. A very important multiple choice question for all the papers of statistics. Dear students, we know that if we have, for example, some values 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have 5 observations and 6 is added to the largest observation, that is 9 plus 6, it will become 15, and 5 minus 6, that will become minus 1. 6 is subtracted from the first value and 6 is added to the largest value. What did we notice? Median will be unchanged. The new median, which is m1, that will be remain the same. It means m1 is equal to m in that option and in that option. m1 is equal to m. When we add or subtract from the first and the last value, please keep in mind, they are not asking subtract or add in every value. They are asking 6 is subtracted from the first value and 6 is added in the last value, in the largest value. Then median is not affected. It means m1 is equal to m and standard deviation will be affected, and that will be greater than the previous standard deviation because we are adding in the largest value. It means D part will be the correct option in the exam. m1 is equal to m and s1, the standard deviation of the new data, will be greater than the standard deviation of the previous data. Please keep in mind. Now question number 8. If the standard deviation of two randomly selected samples of the same size are equal, S1 is equal to S2, then their means A part are also equal, B part will not be equal, C part will be 0, D part may not be equal. D will be the correct option in the exam. If the standard deviations are equal, then means may or may not be equal. D will be the correct option. Question number 9. If two samples of sizes n1 is equal to 5 and n2 is equal to 6 have same mean, x1 bar is equal to x bar 2, but different standard deviations 2 and 4 respectively, s1 is 2 and s2 is equal to 4, then the standard deviation of the combined sample is, we know the formula, n1 s1 square plus n2 s2 square over n1 plus n2 plus n1 n2 over n1 plus n2 whole square into x1 bar minus x bar 2 whole square. This is the formula. If whether the means are equal or not, in that question two means are equal, it means x1 bar minus x bar 2, that will be 0, 0 square is 0 and 0 multiplied by something is 0, that portion will be 0 in the exam, and just focus on this much and you will have to substitute the values in this much. 5 multiplied by the square of 2 is 4 plus n2 is 6 multiplied by 4 square 16 over 5 plus 6 is 11, 20 plus 96 over 11, that will be 116 over 11. Now at the end you will take the square root of this 116 over 11, and that will be equal to 2 under root 29 over 11 under root. That will be the standard deviation, and that will be the correct option in the exam. Now question number 10. The variance between two observations x1 and x2 is. The formula of variance for two observations is x1 minus x2 over 2 whole square. That will be the correct option in the exam. Question number 11. Whole frequency table is needed for the calculation of A part range, B part variance, C both range and variance, D none of the above. Dear students, for variance we need the calculation of the whole data. It means B part variance will be the correct option in the exam. Now question number 12, which is the last question of today's lecture, and that is standard deviation is expressed A part in the same unit of measurement, B part free from unit of measurement, C it is in percentages, D none of the above, and A will be the correct option. It is expressed in the same unit of measurement. For example, if you have the data in inches, then standard deviation will be also in inches. If you have the data in centimeters, then the standard deviation will also be in the centimeters. Assalamu alaikum.